our journey. I'm of Indian tradition. We're Eastern, and we honor our teachers. Every year, there's an occasion called Guru Purnima, which is Guru means from darkness to light, and we honor our people who educate us. And it's the same day as Teachers' Day in Nepal, Tibet, India, and in Thailand as well. So we honor our teachers, and this one is probably been one of our main ones, is David Payton. He set up Orbis, Project Orbis. He's the founder of it. He founded the Cullen Eye Institute in Houston, and he also developed the King Khalid Eye Specialty Hospital, which I had the occasion to visit about 4 years ago. And quite a pioneer. I think he's still alive. I saw him not so long ago, a couple of years ago at CSCRS. This is me finishing my fellowship. The other two individuals were Dick Lindstrom, who you've probably heard of, and Ed Holland, who is his major corneal force and anterior segmental force. And that was the going away dinner that we had. So that's David Payton there in 2 years ago, when he was receiving an award for his father, who set up the first eye bank in the United States. So he comes from a stable of well-known people, and it's a privilege for me to have been touched by Dick Lindstrom and David Payton. So I'm honoring the teachers, and these are a couple of individuals that were involved in my fellowship who let me get access to the laser. So in terms of my refractive surgery experience, started off with radial keratotomy and astigmatic keratotomy. That's all we did in the United States in 1991. And I treated patients in New York City when I was in practice. But when I came to England, I had to take care of a lot of patients with a lot of astigmatism from corneal transplants. And actually, I learned a lot about corneal shape and what you could do with the cornea as a result. So we did relaxing incisions, tension sutures, wedge resections. And then I was also involved in the PRK study using the Taunton laser. And I did my first procedure in 1991. So radial keratotomy, this is radial keratotomy. It works by causing ectasia in the periphery of the cornea. And even mini RK, which I came up with Dick Lindstrom, Moldina acknowledges it, but as a fellow, I was asking questions, the same sort of questions that Ivan was talking about. I said, well, why do you go all the way to the edge if the effect is only in the middle? He looked at me and said, yeah, you're right. Let's do that on a few rabbits. And sure enough, he changed the shape by just making a few small incisions, and that's how mini RK was born. But all these problems, this is a patient, one of his patients, that I was called up for in the middle of the night because he got hit in the eye in a bar, and I had to stitch him up. So it's kind of, it does weaken the cornea. But this is what really bothered us was the consecutive hyperopia, and they do get it. Now, at 4 years, the PERC study, they had a 38.7% progressive hyperopia. I can tell you that probably about 90% of them get progressive hyperopia after 20 years. They all get it. And that's not a stable procedure. It's not a good procedure. So how have we been handling it? I'm giving a whole talk on radial keratotomy. It's called RK. You scream R. This is a lasso suture that I use a lot in these patients that are really unstable, and it works quite well, but it takes a while to recover. Anyway, my first LASIK case was in 1994 with this device, and it was kind of hazardous that, this little thing here, that plate, this is a plate there.